Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be learning about how a town in Greece has implemented a weight limit on donkey rides, and it's got some people online outraged. Authorities in Santorini, Greece continue enforcing a weight limit that was implemented in 2019 that states donkeys cannot carry a load heavier than 100 kilos or 220 pounds. For quite a while now, cruise passengers arriving in Santorini have had the option of taking a donkey or mule to get to the top of a steep hill instead of walking, but now if they exceed the weight limit, they can face fines of up to $25,000. We're going to be learning more about this policy, as well as reading many comments from people online, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. Outrage grows as Greece enforces bans on tourists over 220 pounds, 100 kilos, from riding donkeys to protect the animals from injury and cruelty. Who's outraged by this? Outrage is growing online after authorities in Santorini continue enforcing a rule that bans tourists weighing over 220 pounds or 100 kilograms from riding the island's donkeys. The policy comes from animal welfare reforms introduced in 2018 by Greek Ministry of Rural Development and Food, which state that working donkeys should not carry loads heavier than what is considered safe for their body weight. The rule was introduced after years of criticism from animal rights groups who said the animals were being forced to carry heavy riders up steep cliff paths in intense heat. We're going to be taking a look at a video of these donkeys going up and down these steep paths in just a moment. Hang in there. Supporters say the regulation is necessary to protect the animals from injury, exhaustion, and long-term harm. Yeah, it just makes sense that there's a weight limit. Donkeys, mules, and horses all have weight limits. It's for the safety of the animal. Nobody should be offended by that. However, many people online argue the rule feels discriminatory towards heavy tourists and could be difficult to enforce in practice. Well, we could have a scale next to the donkeys. How many people are going to get angry at that? There's the donkey scale. If you want to ride the donkeys, you have to step on the scale first. Hopefully people wouldn't be too offended. It's for the animals, dang it. Others respond that ethical tourism should include humane treatment of animals, even if that means limiting certain experiences for visitors. The debate reflects a broader challenge faced by tourist destinations, balancing local traditions, animal welfare concerns, and modern expectations about responsible travel. Okay, so the article said that outrage is growing online. Are people really angry that there's a weight limit for donkeys and mules? Let's take a look at the comments. K. Clifford 2807 says, "Why the damn outrage? Leave the poor animals alone." This person says, "If you're over 220 pounds, you should have to carry the donkey." Oh, man. That's not funny. That's not funny at all, man. What the heck? That was not hilarious. What the heck? How dare you? This person says, "Ban it all. Animals are not slaves." This person says, "F the people who say it's discriminatory. Effing idiots." And it says, "See translation" underneath this. I guess because they spelled the F word like F-U-Q. Let's see what the translation for that is. Okay. It didn't do anything. Okay. As someone who weighs over 100 kilos, I think this is good. I am aware that I am heavy, and I wouldn't put any animal through that. Yeah, I agree. It is not cool to ride a donkey or a mule up a very steep path when you are over a certain weight. I'm not sure how I feel about riding donkeys up hills in general. I've never ridden a donkey or a horse or anything like that. I'm more in the camp of leave these animals alone. That's kind of where I'm at. Like, leave all of these animals alone. We have the technology. We have like dirt bikes and bicycles and all different types of stuff like that. I don't think we need to be annoying animals, making them carry us around anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not really with that. I also don't trust animals. I don't trust that the donkey wouldn't just go and buck me right off the cliff for no damn reason. You know what I mean? Like, which would be his right? I'm the straw that broke the donkey's back. He's like, "That's it. The next person that gets on my back, I'm going to go buck him right off that cliff." And then it happens to be me. The day the donkeys had enough and finally fought back. My God. All right. This person says, in other words, Greece bans American tourists from riding donkeys. How dare you? How dare you be so accurate? Happy that Greece finally stood up for their animals' welfare. Good on you, Greece. All right, I'm not seeing the outrage. I don't think anybody is outraged about this weight limit. I think everybody supports the idea of animals being treated well. This person says, I weigh more than 220. I still think this is a super valid rule. This person says, I'm outraged at the people who are outraged over this. Me too. Who's outraged? This person says, how about banning all anima rides? Anima, and that has 239 likes. Wow. Okay. Nobody even noticed that you left the L off of animal. 239 people agreed with that. Okay. Don't like it? Don't go. The world is not obligated to cater to your circumstances or your ego. This person says, protect the animals. Yeah, I think we're all on that same page. Here in the US, you can't go horseback riding if you're over 250 pounds, so good for you, Greece. Yeah, there has to be a weight limit. Obviously, an animal's spine has a limit. Dang it. This person says, why the damn outrage? Leave the poor animals alone. Oh, that's repeating. Cool. You see that? You see how it's repeating now? F the people who say it's discriminatory. Effing idiots. Let's see the translation of that again. Oh, there was none. Okay. That's cool how it repeats again. That's smart. How about banning all anima rides? Are you guys ever going to fix this meta? It's been doing this for years, literally. This person says they're animals. Living beings! There should be zero outrage over this. Okay. This person says, donkeys were bred, I think they meant to say were bred, for carrying stuff big. That still doesn't excuse people riding them. While they can carry anywhere from 80 to 180 pounds, that doesn't mean that they should. Okay. I honestly don't know what's so difficult about just walking up this path ourselves. We'll see in a moment. It is a little bit of a jaunt, but so what? So what? Oh no, we had to use our own legs. God forbid. You guys ever been hiking before? It's just like that, except we're going up a rocky, cliffy thing to go up there now. Like, we don't need a donkey or a cable car. How about you just use your legs? I'm not skinny, and I would never ride a horse or donkey exactly for this reason. Be considerate of them. They can only take so much weight. And for those big people getting offended, get over yourself. I haven't found one person getting offended by this new rule yet. I'm still trying to find it. What I am finding, though, is that the comments are repeating again. Why the damn outrage? F the people who say it's discriminatory, effing idiots. How about banning all anima rides? I'm outraged at the people who are outraged. Okay, just gonna keep repeating over and over. Is that what we do to make it look like something has a lot more engagement than it does? So does this not really have thousands of comments? This is basically the same post, but this page actually posted it first, so I think the one we just read actually stole it from here. Outrage is growing online after authorities in Santorini, Greece continue to enforce a rule that bans tourists weighing over 220 pounds. That other post that we just read, I'm pretty sure was a complete ripoff of this post. This one is older, and this was also liked by Shikara Transformations, it's telling me. Thank you. I'm also gonna like it. Whatever Shikara likes, I like. No, I'm just kidding, but let's take a look at some of the comments on this post. This person says, Greece is right. Everyone arguing against it is wrong. I haven't seen anybody argue against it yet. This person says, I'm 225 pounds and I approve this ban. This person says, use the energy of your outrage at the gym. Carry the Fire says, American ladies outraged. This person says, you can all walk. Cuckoo-zella says, why the outrage? It's for the safety of the animal and it's common sense. The Doggy Days says, the F is wrong with people these days. If anything, the weight restrictions should be even less. This person says, it should not even be 100 kilos. They don't deserve this. We're going to be taking a look at the path that the donkeys go up in just a moment. It's pretty darn steep. It goes up to a pretty good elevation. This person says, why not ban these rides altogether? Why should anyone sit on an animal, period? Oh, here's a comment from somebody that actually went. I was in Oya, Santorini, and not only is the area steep, it gets incredibly hot. These animals are already working hard, and we need to respect their capabilities, not bend to wishes of tourists. Animal welfare should come before the desires of humans. I agree. This person says 220 pounds is still too much. Poor animals. Thus far, I haven't seen anybody outraged about the weight limit. It just makes good sense, and I think even if you were outraged at the weight limit, you probably wouldn't say anything. after seeing all the comments from everybody supporting this, right? Anybody that is opposed to this new rule is definitely going to be quiet about it, right? They're not going to be like, I think this is nonsense. Like, everybody's going to be pissed. Since this is about animals, people don't mess around. I'm gonna go ahead and be the only guy that says, you know what? I actually disagree. I disagree with this weight limit. Those stupid donkeys are really lazy. They could carry a lot more than 220. This is nonsense. Somebody has to take that side, right? It has to be me. Nobody's taking that side, so I'll have to be the one. I'm joking. Please don't take any of that out of context and make me look like a donkey abuser. I'm not a donkey abuser, bro. I love donkeys. I've never met a donkey. They seem cool. Okay, this video's getting weird. I wanted to bring up just this one little part of this article that says, for years, cruise passengers arriving in Santorini have had a choice: climb the steep steps from the old port to Fira, take the cable car, or ride a donkey or a mule. When several thousand people arrive at once and the cable car backs up, the choice becomes fairly predictable, especially in the heat. So yeah, we could take a cable car, a donkey, or, God forbid, we could walk using our own legs. That is also an option. The laziness of some people is astounding, right? You show up at the port in Santorini, Greece, and you've been sitting on a boat, right, doing nothing. The boat brought you here. You didn't swim here with your own arms and legs. You sat on something that brought you here, and then you're like, you know what? Oh, I'm exhausted. I need to do more sitting. Let me just sit on this donkey and have him carry me up the hill so I can sit like this more. Oh, my whole life is just this. Oh, I'm famished. Somebody carry me. A lot of people are like that, man. They've done nothing and they're exhausted. God, I've been through nothing and I'm wiped out. Oh, jeez. Here's a random thing from Threads. No, I'm not going to sign up for Threads. Quit asking me. Greece introduces fines up to $25,000 for heavy tourists to protect donkeys from cruelty. Yes, they will be fining them $25,000, like I said in the intro. On Santorini's steep paths, working donkeys long carried tourists in strong heat. Greece introduced rules in 2019 limiting loads to about 220 pounds, around 20% of a donkey's weight. Damn, donkeys are heavy, son. Riders above safe limits in busy areas can face heavy fines. The goal? Protect working animals. How are we enforcing this? So we'll let you ride it if you're over 220 pounds, but then we're going to charge you $25,000? Man, that's expensive. I'm just going to walk, honestly. Walking does suck, and God forbid I have to use my own damn legs. But I think I'm just going to walk, honestly. $25,000 for a donkey ride. Is a little steep. Steeper than this hill. Do-do-do. Sorry about that. Here's an interesting comment underneath this one. It says, riding a donkey and a horse isn't abuse, digbat. I think you meant to say dingbat. I do not agree with overweight people riding donkeys, horses, and mules. Now that's 100% abuse. Okay, so this person thinks it's fine to ride animals in general, just not if you're overweight. A lot of people like to ride horses and donkeys and whatnot. I'm not really into it, but if you want to do it and you're not going to crush the thing's back, I suppose it's okay. You have to ask the donkey. You have to ask them if it's okay with them. I can't speak for the donkeys. This person says, just stop using bloody animals as objects of entertainment. Ew, bloody. How did the word bloody ever come to be used in place of like the F word, like this effing thing or that effing thing? Instead we say this bloody thing, that bloody thing. Doesn't the mental image turn you guys off? I literally think of blood when I hear the word bloody flashlight, this bloody dolphin, this bloody coffee. I get the mental image of blood on all of these things. Although then you could say, well, do you actually literally think of effing when you're like, this effing flashlight, this effing coffee? No, I don't. So this is a me problem. All right, now we're going to take a look at this bit of a Facebook post. Greece introduces fines up to $25,000 for heavy tourists to protect donkeys from cruelty. For years, the steep stone paths of Santorini carried more than just tourists. They carried the silent burden of hardworking donkeys. Day after day, these animals climbed narrow hills under the hot sun while carrying riders on their backs. Many visitors never noticed the strain slowly building. In 2019, Greece introduced strict animal welfare rules aimed at protecting these working animals. The law limits the weight a donkey can carry to around 220 pounds, or about 20% of its body weight. In busy tourist areas like Santorini, riders who exceed safe limits can now face heavy fines. Heavy fines? Do. Sorry about that. The rule was created after growing concern from animal welfare groups who saw donkeys struggling on steep paths in extreme heat. Now officials are pushing stronger enforcement to protect the animals. The message is simple: travel should not come at the cost of an animal's well-being. And there you have it. Now they can fine people up to $25,000 for violating that rule. Hopefully the people that run the donkey rides aren't putting people that are over the weight limit on the donkeys, so then when they get to the top of the hill, they get that $25,000 fine. That's a really expensive donkey ride. I think I'll just use my legs, thank you. Now we're going to be taking a look at some bonus clips.
Would you pay $25,000 just to ride a donkey?
Of course. I got that right here. No, I'm just kidding. I've never even seen $25,000. That's not funny, that's sad. Sorry for the AI slop content here. Obviously, this is an AI image and crappy AI narration. It is plaguing the internet.
Greece is officially cracking down on animal cruelty, and it's costing people a fortune. On the famous island of Santorini...
Has anybody actually been charged the $25,000 though? And that's funny, like instead of forbidding you from riding the donkey, they're like, you could do it, but that's gonna cost you 25 grand. Seems like a trap.
Any tourist weighing over 100 kilograms is now banned from riding donkeys to protect them from permanent spinal injuries. Business owners who break this rule face massive fines.
Oh, the business owners face the fines. Okay, that makes more sense, right? Because they're the ones that let the tourist on the donkey. They're like, yeah, go ahead, get on there, you'll be fine.
Of up to 30,000 euros.
Okay, it keeps changing.
That's over 32,000 US dollars.
Okay, I thought it was 25.
Is this a fair rule to protect animals?
First of all, yes, if you're over a certain weight, you should be banned from riding donkeys. Secondly, if businesses in that area break that rule, yes, they should be fined. Makes good sense to me.
Or is it going too far? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Why you shouldn't ride a donkey when you visit Santorini. Okay, so here's a little view of this Santorini place. Donkeys in Santorini are severely mistreated. They are often deprived of water, overworked, and forced to carry overweight tourists up a steep cliff every day. The cliff is steep. We're only getting a small view of it here. We'll get a better view in a moment. Paying to ride a donkey only fuels their mistreatment. Share this to get the word out. Alright, here's another video about it, showing the steepness of this. Look at this. This isn't really doing it justice, I can tell. They are carrying people up and down these steep steps for hours daily. They have wounds and cuts all over from struggling to carry overweight tourists. They get hit, tied to a wall in direct sunlight without water and mass temperatures. These animals get mistreated all day. Okay, yes, this is horrible. Okay, that looks like a very steep hill. Okay, that clip kind of showed the steepness of it, but I have one final clip that shows what it's actually like to take a donkey up the hill in Santorini.
Another stop on my fantastic European trip. Again, you gotta ride the donkeys when you're ever in Santorini, Greece.
Unless you exceed the weight limit.
Don't take the tram that everyone takes. Take the actual donkeys.
Or we could just walk. This is pretty steep, but it is absolutely walkable. We can tell how steep it is, I would say, by looking at this handrail. You see how this goes up perfectly vertical, and then this is at that type of angle? That's a pretty steep hill, but totally walkable.
Okay, probably not the safest option, but you only live once. And if you go with a group, I guarantee you'll never laugh so hard in your life. Basically, they put a saddle on and you just hold on for dear life. as the donkeys are trained to go
Man, what a beautiful place, huh?
up this steep grade, giving you beautiful, stunning
Dude, I could walk this all day. I don't need a donkey for this.
views while having the time of your life with your friends. The cost to do this
Like I said, I'm also scared that the donkey will drop me right off the cliff. I happen to get the donkey that's like, that's it, man. I'm not doing this anymore. The next guy that comes and rides on my back, that's it. I'm bucking him off the cliff. That would be my donkey, right? I'll be like, hey, look at that donkey. He looks really friendly. Let me go get on that one. I'm the straw that broke the donkey's back.
little venture is only $10 per person, roughly, which I believe is the same cost of taking
Are we going all the way up here, dude? Up to the top of this mountain way up there?
the tram. Now, the tram is much faster, maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get up the hill. These are going to take you probably 15 minutes.
Okay, so I guess the cruise ship like parks way out here, and then you take a little boat going all the way up here to the harbor or something. I don't know. I've never been on a cruise before.
But you won't get these spectacular views, the laughs, the adventure, and don't forget the amazing pictures.
They just come right back down the hill by themselves when they're done carrying the last people up. I don't like it. I don't like donkeys going up and down this hill constantly all day, every day. I bet they don't like that. I bet they don't care for that. Even if the people on our backs aren't over 220 pounds, it probably still kind of sucks for the donkey.
Because you got donkeys coming and going up and down the hill all day long. There's our
That's a steep hill, but like I said, totally walkable. If the donkey can walk it, you can walk it.
ship in the background. And
We're probably actually better at walking steep hills since we're on two legs.
as you wind down to the last portion of the track, the donkeys will begin to speed up, and that just makes it even more fun. If you're
They begin to speed up at the end. Uh-oh. These things have a mind of their own, man. I do not like it. Look how close we are to the edge.
afraid of height,
The donkey is like, he keeps leaning like this. Ah, you like that? You get you a little close to that edge, huh? The donkey is disgruntled, man. I can tell. I don't like this.
it's maybe not a good option for you.
He keeps going close to the edge of the cliff.
So the closest they get to the finish line, the faster they run. And every donkey or mule, not sure what you call these, they're all different. You have some slow ones, some fast ones, some aggressive ones, but all in all, they all end up at the same spot. And at the very end of your trip, again, the views are breathtaking. There's my friend. We're actually
Dang, this is way up there.
racing at this time, and she's beating me. Majestic views of our ship.
You were racing. You mean the donkeys were racing. You were just sitting on the donkey's back. I've never been really big into riding animals and stuff. Like, I've always preferred a dirt bike to a horse for various reasons. The horse is unpredictable. It's creepy. Their eyeball is like as big as a dinner plate. Horses are creepy, man.
And at the
Is there something wrong with me?
final stage of your adventure, there will always be photographers to take that amazing picture of you, which are always available for sale.
Man, what a cool place though, huh? Wow.
We are now at the top of the mountain.
Okay, so you took a cruise and you stopped off here. Hell yeah, look at that view up there. But look also how high the donkeys had to trek us up here, dude. We are way up here now. That was just like a straight uphill, like...
And looking at the entire city of Santorini. Absolutely stunning. And
It is stunning. How beautiful. I would love to visit.
I'm still alive. I made it.
Right. How's the donkey? She's like, I'm still alive. I made it. And then you look back and the donkey is just laying on the ground like, ah! Ah!
Don't forget to ride the crazy
I'm not making fun of that, by the way. There's nothing funny about animal cruelty.
donkeys.
Ride the donkeys in Santorini. Unless you exceed the weight limit. Okay, and in that final clip, we see what the cliffs of Santorini actually look like. Now we can see how steep that trek really is, and now we can fully appreciate how much it would suck for a donkey to carry an overweight person, especially up that hill. It's bad enough that they have to carry people up that at all. It's way worse when they have to carry overweight people up that hill. So what do you think about this story? Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.